Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another video here from Eastern Europe. Today we are in the country of Kosovo. We are currently in its capital, Pristina, which is exciting because I've never been to Kosovo. I've always wanted to come to Kosovo. There's a lot of incredible history here and I'm really excited to learn about it, to see more about it. But of course, this here is a food tour. We are going to try what Kosovan food is like. I've heard that they've got some great kebabs. I've heard that they've got some great late night street food as well. And of course, some great Balkan classics here on the streets of Pristina. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I just need to first get cash because I don't have cash. They actually use the euro here. So all I need to do is get some euros. And then after that, we'll be on our way and we'll go ahead and get breakfast. Okay, first stop of the day, we've come to a place. It's a place known as Fura Kemri, and Fura is like sort of a bakery here. So whenever you see that, you know they've got baked goods bakery. Inside, it is incredible. They've got a lot of different things, but for breakfast, of course, burek. That's the thing that literally everybody here gets. And let me just say, there was like a line to come in here. There were at least like 10 15 people already ordering their bureks, either some of them to take away or some of them to have here. And looking at it, it looks incredible. I got the one with meat, and of course what I love about Balkan bureks is that the pastry on the outside is amazing. The meat looks like here there's a lot of meat. I think you can see for yourself. They've really stuffed it with meat in here compared to the other bureks I've had in Albania and other countries in the Balkans. But let's go ahead. I cannot wait much longer. I need some burek to start off my day, so let's go ahead. Get a nice meaty bite. You can see all the layers of the burek right on the inside, and of course, you've got some meat just jam-packed in the middle. Let's go ahead and try it. I've had a lot of burek on this trip, so I'm comparing it to the bureks I've had in Serbia, bureks I've had in all these different countries, in Bulgaria and Romania. All these bureks that I've had, they've all been incredible, in Albania as well. So my opinion is that the pastry here, not as crispy and flaky as the ones I've had before. I mean, in Serbia, I think they were actually crispier and flakier. What I do like is the meat. The meat, how they do it here is it's like very, very soft. It's much softer than the meat that I've had in other places. The savoriness of the meat, I love the flavor of the meat. I don't know what they put, but it's extra umami, extra flavorful, extra salty in my opinion, which I love. I mean, I'm not going to complain about extra salt and extra flavor in my burek. The dough, a little bit harder to bite through compared to other bureks. I've had other ones that just like literally just crumble and everything. Here, a little bit more dough, but if you like the starchiness of burek, then this would be a really, really good one. But the thing that I really love about this burek, that really sets it apart for me, is that the flavor of the dough, it's very, very toasted. It's got like a fiery flavor to it, like an oven cooked, very, very crispy oven cooked flavor to it. Borderline bitter, but it's not bitter yet. And it's like the perfect fine balancing line that's been drawn in the way the burek has been made. In my opinion, really, really good. Is it the best burek I've ever had? Probably not, but it is still nonetheless really, really delicious here in Pristina in Kosovo. This is where you want to come to get burek. The place is actually like located on one of the more hilly parts, so you sort of have to climb up from the center of Kosovo to the center of Pristina to get here, but very much worth it. And the price, by the way, for all this burek that I have here, €1. Let's get that straight. It is €1 for this entire meal here. I thought she gave me extra money and change, but I looked at it and I was like, oh wait, no, it actually is €1 in price. That is incredible, but definitely very, very worth it, very delicious. So I get why there's a long line here. I get why people love coming to this place, and if you're here in Kosovo, go ahead and try this place out as well. Okay, what do you want to tell the people around the world?
Okay, make sure to subscribe and for these beautiful reviews, and of course like.
And what about Kosovo? What do you say about Kosovo?
Kosovo is like some countries don't recognize it, but we're trying to keep the tourism up.
Right.
So I'm so happy that I met you because I've seen you before, and I'm so happy for my country that some people come and visit. Thank you.
Okay, that was incredible, and literally as I was just walking down the stairs down to the bakery section, it's packed. It once again is full of people. I think you can probably count maybe 15-20 people in there at all times. The flow of people into that bakery never stops. It never ends. It is incredible. I mean, how much business they have. It's honestly incredible. Like, so many people here from Pristina are waking up in the morning to go have burek there. You know it's a good spot. Like, there's no doubt about it. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we can eat here in the city. It should be a very delicious city, so let's go ahead and I'll see you guys when I eat. Alright, well finally we found a place for lunch. We've come to a place known as Shaban Grill House. It's been around since 1963, so we're talking about history. It's been around for like 60 years almost, which is incredible. Now what have I got? I've gotten a mixed grill, or the combination grill. They call it the kombining. And what is in the kombining? You've got küfte, you've got chicken, you've got Virshlle, and you've got Suxhuk. Suxhuk and Virshlle are things that I haven't seen before ever, so this is my first time trying it here in Kosovo. They're quite traditional here in Suxhuk, Kosovo. And then there's obviously küfte as well, which I've had before, and chicken is chicken, not much there. It also comes with this giant piece of bread, which is incredible, and you can use that bread later, which we're going to use later, so don't worry about it. First off, let's start with küfte. You're going to judge any grill house, you got to judge it first by its küfte to see whether it is good or not. So let's go ahead and try out our first küfte here in Kosovo. That just exudes smoke. That is the one thing you taste instantly. It's just smoky, smoky, smoky. It is just char grilled to smokiness perfection. They literally cook it right behind me, right in this big grill area. They grill all the meat together. It is delicious. Wow, that is really, really good. Okay, now to try things that are really traditional in Kosovo. First off is Suxhuk. Suxhuk is a sausage type of thing made of intestines, is what I've heard. Very, very traditional, very, very interesting, and apparently very, very tough to cut through. I don't know what Suxhuk tastes like. I'm very curious to try what Suxhuk is, so let's go ahead and try this out. Very, very interesting. So Suxhuk is the intestines. It's definitely intestines, and you can taste the sort of intestinal flavor. But on top of the intestines, what they've done is that they put some chili, and you can literally see the chili flakes. So it's actually really spicy, and it's really, really charred grilled. It's very, very charred. It's quite hard to bite in. Very, very chewy to really get that bite in. Oh wow, that is very interesting. Very, very smoky flavor as well, but you got that intestinal flavor. Very interesting. Very, very strong intestinal flavor, I have to say. But it's like if you had a really thick sausage and you just sort of unraveled it into like a flat sort of thing. That's what it tastes like to me. Definitely very sausagey, but very, very intestinally sausage. Okay, let's go ahead and try the Virshlle. It's another type of sausage, traditional here in Kosovo. Kosovo just has so many different types of grilled meats and sausages that are traditional here. So let's go ahead and try this out. Ooh, that is really good. Very salty. I love the saltiness of the Virshlle. It's a very thin sausage, a very, very narrow sausage, which is very, very interesting. Wow, that is delicious. I actually prefer the Virshlle over the Suxhuk. I think Suxhuk is really hard to bite through. The Virshlle, very soft. It sort of just melts in your mouth. Both of them are spicy. Both of them have the chili, which is great. And what I love about this place, they give you more chili if you want to add more chili. This is what we're going to do right now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get a piece of bread. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put it with a bit of küfte, with a bit of the cucumber, and I'm going to put some of this chili powder. Look at this beautiful chili powder. Just sort of sprinkle it right on top to give it that spice that we need. I love the Balkan spice, so let's go ahead and try it out. So that is how you have grilled meats here in Kosovo. That is delicious. Wow. Love the spiciness. Absolutely the spiciness. You need the meat because the bread itself is completely bland. It doesn't have any flavor to it at all. So it's just completely bland white bread. So you need the meat juices, the meat flavor to really give it flavor. What I'm gonna do now is, if you look at the plate, there's like a layer of oil, a layer of chili, meaty, greasy oil that has developed. I'm gonna get the bread. I'm going to dip it inside that oil and just soak it all up. Look at it, the color of the bread has completely changed. Let's go ahead and try it out. Oh. Spicy, chili, meaty goodness. That is the way you have lunch here in Pristina. Wow, that is delicious. The meats. I love the grilled meats. Personally, Virshlle is my favorite. The cook is great. I've had better cooked in Turkey before. The Suxhuk, very interesting, very different. Very hard to bite through, in my opinion. But I love the flavor. The flavor profile of the Suxhuk might actually be my favorite because it's got so many chilies, so many sort of spices on it. It's probably the spiciest meat on this plate, but really, really good. Highly, highly recommend when you come here to try all of this. Oh, what a delicious meal that was. You can literally see them grilling up everything right behind me. The kyofte, the pleškavica. They actually have pleškavicas here too. If you want pleškavica, that's something that you can totally get. Wow, what a satisfying meal. You know, the thing is, the portion doesn't look big, but once you put bread and once you put the chili and the salad and all the meats together, I'm pretty stuffed. I am pretty filled up. I'm shocked because I thought the portion was quite small, but once you start eating and you start really like getting it, it just goes and it is fast. Okay, right here along the main street, I know there are some sweet places, so let's go ahead and find it. But before we do that, of course, the price of that previous meal was €5.40. Quite affordable considering all the meats that were on the plate, and that, you know, that was sucuk, which is a traditional thing. Virshlle, I don't know how to pronounce it anymore, which is also a traditional food. So if you want to try traditional meats here in Kosovo, that might be a perfect place to go ahead and try it out. But I need some dessert. I need something to cool my mouth down. It is literally still burning from the spice. Like, the spice is no joke here in Kosovo and here in the Balkans. So let's go see if I can find something sweet just to calm down my taste buds. Next stop of the day, we've come to a place known as Messini Sweets. There's actually another Messini Sweets here in Pristina as well, so it's not the only Messini Sweets, but this is a place that's been really popular. Every time I've walked around here, a bunch of locals just sit around here and eat sweets. And of course, I need a Trilece and I need lemonade. That is the thing I judge every country by. Everywhere I go, I need to know what is their Trilece and what is their lemonade like. First off, this lemonade, it's green. It's like super, super green. I don't know why. It's supposed to be yellow, but it's a very interesting color. Let's go ahead and try out the lemonade first. Oh, yeah, that is good. Not the coldest lemonade, but the flavor, perfect. The sweetness, the citrusiness of it, that is amazing. Now, of course, the main reason why I want to come to a bakery or a sweet shop, Trilece, probably my favorite Balkan dessert. I don't think I could live without it at this point because I am absolutely addicted to it. Albania, Serbia, Bulgaria, like everywhere that I've been to in the Balkans, I need Trilece. So without further ado, let's go ahead. You can see the milk is just leaking out of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take our first bite of Trilece here in Pristina, Kosovo. Let's try it out. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the classic Trilece taste. I love it. I mean, the milkiness of it all, it literally is absorbed into the cake. It is delicious. It is incredible. The layer on top, that sort of caramelly layer, very good. As you can see, very, very sticky. But as I say, out of all the Trileces I've had, this is the biggest portion. Like, usually they'll give you like a tiny little portion that's like very flat, but here, it's a very thick Trilece. I don't know if you can see for yourself, but it is quite a tall Trilece. It's a pretty big piece. And out of all the Trileces I've had, I can say that this one is literally completely soaked all the way through. When I was in Niš in Serbia, the cake wasn't actually soaked all the way through. The top layer was still like a little bit dry, a little bit crumbly. But here, I can say everything is literally submerged in the milk, sort of the cream. And the thing is, it's a tall piece of cake, so to make it completely submerged is not an easy task. And the fact that they've done it here, absolutely incredible. For the price, by the way, of all this, the Trilece, €1. Lemonade, 150. The prices here are incredible. Absolutely delicious. Highly recommend this place when you're here. It's right along the main street here in Pristina, but Trilece is just one of those classic things you gotta try when you're here in Kosovo and here in the Balkans, so why not give it a try? Alright, I'm gonna finish this up and then I will see where else we have a little bit of food. Borovnica. Now, of course, the weather here in Kosovo can get pretty hot during the day. Right now, the sun is out, it is shining, and that means I need a cold drink. And right here, I've got something that I've only seen here in Kosovo so far. It's called Borovina. I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly. But it's basically like this juice, and I searched it up. It's apparently like a European blueberry. So I'm guessing this is like European blueberry juice. I don't know what it is. I really have no clue. But I just saw it here in Pristina. I thought, looks very interesting. I got it literally from like an ice cream stall that's like right along the main pedestrian road, like right behind me. So it looks interesting. It sounds interesting. It smells like a sweet, syrupy grape juice almost. So let's go ahead and see what it's like. Let's try it out. Oh wow, that is incredible. Okay, I have never had blueberry juice, but if you told me, imagine what blueberry juice tastes like, this is what it would taste like. That tastes amazing. First off, it's cold, and on a hot day like today here in Pristina, that is exactly what you need. Second, it's not grapey and it's not overly sweet. It's very berry-like is the best way I can describe it to you. It's very delicious. It's not too sweet at all. It's very fruity. It's it's like literally juiced up blueberries. Blueberry juice is not something that you commonly think of. It's not something that, you know, we have in America or anywhere else in the world. I don't think anybody ever drinks blueberry juice, but here, wow, blueberry juice, incredible, blew my mind. Did not know that blueberry juice was a thing here in Kosovo. Well, nighttime has fallen here in Pristina. There was a bit of rain actually in the evening times. We're back out and you can see it's a little shiny on the floor actually after the rain, but it's time for us to go ahead and get into the street food scene here at night in Pristina. I'm really excited to see what the foods are here, so let's go ahead and without further ado, let's go ahead and start eating our way through the city this evening. Yes, tomato, cucumber, onion, then give me the chili, yeah, and the chili powder. Alright, well, for dinner we've come to a place, it's known as Aurora Fast Food, and they've got a lot of things. They've got like donors, they've got sandwiches, burgers, and plečkavica, which is one of my favorite Serbian foods. But I must say, they serve it in a very different way from what I'm used to, so let's talk about that first. Usually when I have a plečkavica, when I was in Serbia, it was a meat grilled, put in a bun, you put your ingredients inside, and then you just eat it. But here, it's a little different. They gave me a plate with all the ingredients. They gave me a piece of bread, but it's also a very flat piece of bread. So I feel like this is like a DIY plečkavica, which is very different from what I'm used to. I've also managed to get a chicken doner, which looks amazing, and of course, some French fries as well. Let's go ahead and start with the chicken doner because I don't want to go into DIY yet mode. I just want to go ahead and try out the chicken doner. This is literally, you can see it grilling right over there. It looks absolutely delicious, and it's just roasted in this piece of like this flat bread. Let's go ahead and try it out. That is incredible. I love the flavor of the chicken. It is so crispy. It's almost like crispified chicken on the inside. Oh, that is perfect. The ingredients inside, though, there's one sauce in there, like a chili sauce that's really spicy. Love the flavor. It doesn't hit you at the tongue. It hits you back at the throat. And I mean, what I've loved about Balkan spice is that it hits you in many different places. Sometimes it like numbs you here, like the one, for example, we had at lunch earlier. But this one really hits you at the back of the throat. It's a very different type of spice. Okay, now, DIY pleshkavica time. I don't know how to do this, but we're gonna first go ahead and we are going to open this up. Okay, look, I can manage to open it up, so I think we're getting it. I think we're definitely getting it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the patty inside first, because I think that's how we would do it in Serbia. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the sauce and the chili powder and all that and just sort of put it in, I guess is the way I would do it. I'm honestly not sure. I don't know if I'm doing it the right way or not. But it is very good. I've got some onions here. Put some of the onions in, put some of the cucumbers in, put some of the other ingredients in, just to give it that bit of flavor that I love in a pleshkavica. Okay, well, we've got it all stuffed up now. It looks like it's the right thing. Let's go ahead and try it out. That right there, that hits home. Wow, that is spicy. The chili sauce, it's no joke here. Like, it is spicy. It's very, very flavorful. Very good spice. I love it. The meat, what I love about the meat, whether it's the chicken doner or the pleshkavica here, it's very, very like crispified on the outside. They've grilled it to the point where the texture is amazing. Yet at the same time, the juiciness of the meat is still not lost. It looks perfect with this within this burger. It is amazing. Well, I mean, for me, the chili is what's really blowing it away. I'm very, very impressed by the spiciness of the chili. Let's go ahead and get some of the fries. Just gonna try some of the French fries here. Let's go for it. Simple, nice. Only thing that's interesting is that the ketchup is sweet. It's kind of like a sweeter ketchup here. I don't know why it's sweet, but it's good. It is really, really good. But for me, doner is great. I love the doner. The spice is amazing. I love the spice at this place. And of course the pleshkavica, love it. I love, love, love the flavor. I love the freshness of the onions, the cabbage, the tomatoes, the cucumbers. All of it is just amazing for me. And it is incredible to have the opportunity to try this here in Pristina. Wow, I mean, and the best part is the price of all of this, whether it's the doner, the pleshkavica, the potatoes, everything together, €6.50. Which is extremely, extremely affordable. I mean, for the amount of food I'm actually getting, that is quite a lot. So anyways, I'm gonna finish this up because this is incredible. That right there was the perfect meal. Chicken doner, pleshkavica, and some fries. I mean, that is how you do dinner here in Kosovo, how you do dinner in Pristina. But for dessert, I think I know the absolute perfect place to go. So let's go ahead and see if we can get something sweet to end off the night.
50% small. 1 euro small, 3 euro big.
Give me small. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, final food stop of the day. We've come to a place literally right on the main street here in Kosovo, here in Pristina. It's a place that serves Petulla, which I haven't had since Turkey, honestly. It's been a very, very long time since I had Petulla. What is Petulla? They're basically fried donuts, but they're really, really soft and they're really, really airy. He literally just makes them fresh for you. So when you order it, there's like this big dough dispenser. It'll drop into the oil and then it'll fry in the oil until it's ready. He'll top it off with powdered sugar and some chocolate sauce, and it looks amazing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try our first Petulla here in Pristina, Kosovo. Oh yeah, that is perfect. It's like a very, very airy dough that's just fried. It's very, very fried. It's very, very unhealthy. And you've got this beautiful sort of chocolate sauce and powdered sugar on top, like almost caramelizes the top of the crispiness. It's not the crispiest thing ever. It's actually quite soft, quite airy on the inside. So it's not the crispiest thing. It's not like a biscuit. It's not crackling or anything like that. It's just like a donut, which is perfectly is the airiest, it's the lightest donut you could ever imagine. And they're all these tiny little things. So they're really small little bites that you can have. This little bag here is just €1 just by itself. The tiny little bag of donuts. So delicious, absolutely love it. it's been an amazing food day here in Pristina, starting off with, you know, the traditional burek. We've tried some of the traditional meats here, which I was really excited about. That meal that we just had with the doner and everything, and trying out, you know, the different drinks that they have here. Blueberry juice. Who would have expected blueberry juice would be a thing here in Pristina, Kosovo? But nonetheless, delicious day. I've been very excited to try all these traditional foods here in Kosovo, street food that locals are used to all the time, and it's been absolutely delicious. But with that, I'm going to end our video here from the streets of Pristina. We will be having another food tour here in Kosovo, so make sure to stay tuned. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more other food and travel videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.